Quincy Avery and Deshaun from that same podcast earlier today. Talk just about their off-season regimen and how they approach it.
And then I know you need a couple weeks off, but then you're really, really hey, when we're going, I want to get to these 100, 120 throws in a day, right? And you push the limit on how many throws you get into. So I think everybody got their own rhythm, and it's trying to manage all those different cadences in terms of how many throws does this guy want, this guy want. What do they need to work on, right? Because I got to watch every throw you had the year before, dive into that, so I could be like, all right, this is the throws that we struggled on. This is where we got to improve them on. So it's like a fine balance between, like, let me make sure he gets all of his work in, and then that he doesn't go too hard. So when the season comes, he's still ready and available to throw on the way. To throw it.
And Tom, so that kind of gives you an idea of the way that's their normal off-season routine. And the reason that's important is you don't want him pushing it, especially when he's coming back from that shoulder injury.
100%. I think we all needed a couple weeks off after that season, right? That was a long one, and Deshaun didn't have as long a season as many of us did. So yeah, that is important, and that's why it's nice that he has a quarterback's coach, a quarterback guru, whatever you want to call Quincy Avery, to kind of walk him through this and be somebody in addition to whatever he's being told by the Browns and their training staff and their coaching staff on how to ease back into this. As I mentioned before, this was a serious shoulder injury. And, I think we also have to keep in mind that this is a quarterback who's played 12 games since the end of the 2020 season. So, we talked a lot about rust in the past. And, fortunately, they were able to see him back on the field for 6 games this year. It was frustrating for all of us, I think, that staggered stop and start that we went through for the better part of a month as they tried to figure out what exactly was wrong with this shoulder. So, again, I think it's good that he's at least trending in the right direction. We'll see where things are as these next couple of months unfold to see exactly where he's at and whether or not he's going to be able to be on the field as early as minicamp in May.